Hey guys, welcome to another episode here for the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous campaign. This is episode 22 and we have completed most of the biggest part of the Canabras portion of this adventure. And it looks like we have moved further north towards Dresden. So I'm assuming that there is a stronghold up there. I think that we're supposed to maybe besiege and take over and recapture for the Crusaders. So, I think I'm supposed to look around with Erebeth at this camp. And so I think we will do that now. What we got? Not sure if there's going to be like people to talk to or what. Chapel tent. Loot? We just like loot the camp? Might as well, eh? They're not gonna need it. Bunch of Crusaders here. It looks like they're talking about Erebeth not being very experienced. Happy to serve. Looks like this is the edge of this camp. Here on this side. Head up. What is this guy doing? Can we talk to him? I don't think... No. Well. More loot. Couple weapons. I'll take it. Thank you. It's an honor. Healed medic. Okay. Maybe we can get healed there. That would be sweet. Bunch of recruits. There are fighters here that the Majesty brought from the capital. Too bad they're only recruits, but that's alright. We'll bring them up to speed. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, recruit. So they're not Crusaders, they're just recruits. They have a slightly different title. Interesting. Looks like we've got quite the army here. I mean, group soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around a flask. Stila says, so picture this, my sword is by the fire, there's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent, and I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail. Once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. Recruit says, so what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know? So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me, so I jump over the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword and I yell in my big tough voice, "Oh Inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining and the goblins are screaming. I jump to attack them and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Takes a sip from the flask. The recruit says, ha ha ha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping, leave some for us. Erebeth says, we've only just set off and you're already drinking with the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. The knights quickly snap to attention. Sela raises the flask and says loudly, right you are, Commander Tierbade. We are but drinking to the queen's health. Sela is, developing a bit of a drinking problem here? Or? Lawful says, Sela, show some discipline. Chaotic, take Sela's flask. Give me a sip too, to Her Majesty's health. Say nothing. I know I started off as a chaotic character, but I feel like, well, I don't want discipline either. Like, Sela shows. Oh, Sela. Oh, okay. For some reason, I read Erebeth instead of Sela. Yeah, I do think she needs to like smarten up a little bit. We can drink. Celebrating is done. He'll become serious and puts the flask away. My apologies, Commander. You performed an action that was lawful. That's better. You're a paladin in an army, not a mercenary in a raiding party. Make sure you act like it. And the dialogue. Oh, Sela. Got in trouble. I bet you I could probably talk to Sela now, and maybe there's more to be said. Nope, you can't talk right now. Okay, fine. Well, let's continue looking around then. It's not a very big camp. I wonder how many soldiers we actually have here. Happy to serve. It's an honor. I wonder if this goes somewhere. Is that an earth elemental down there? I seen something down there. Huh. There. Summoned. Oh, they're summoned. Alright. I was like, we're gonna have to fight something?
Follow if you dare.
Eagle Watch Crusaders. Man, I don't know what else to really do. Woolbrick. What is he doing? Making them do push-ups? Poor guys. Hey, more loot. Thank you, thank you. I'll take it. So many weapons. Couple more items. I think I searched the whole camp now. Yeah. Let's go check out the medic tent. And then I want to check out that, what was the other one?
I'm off.
Oh, this is something else. That was a medic tent. This is Nora Dendewar's tent. It seems she brought her a lot of unnecessary items along with her. Do I know who that is? Nora Dendewarth?
Do what I must.
I'm gonna loot her place. On the nature of the divine. Another book. Okay. Looks like she likes to read. Alchemist Fires. Another book. I don't know who this person is, so probably a spellcaster of some kind. Maybe another party edition? Potentially. So, let's do... Storyteller. We'll talk to them later. This is the commander's tent. We can definitely go in there too, but I want to... This is probably the medic tent up here. Chapel. That was it. Yeah, let's go check out the chapel. Wait for this tent to be used as our chapel, even the less pious crusaders will come here to say their prayers when the final battle is upon us. I've seen it happen in my previous campaigns. Okay. The Altar of Serenary. Altar of Desna. This place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around it from the corruption of the abyss. Altar of Iomide. Oh, there's more, eh? What else we got here? Erastil. And Torag. Look at that, all the gods are coming together to deal with this abomination. Alright, this was the chapel tent. This is the medic tent. Let's have a look at that one. There's a field hospital, alas, the clerics of Canabra suffered especially heavy losses, so we're in desperate need of healers. Viscally Rathimus says, we are few, but the gods are with us. The prayers of good people around the world are with us. And he says, dear lady, you've been standing here for a long time. Would you like to help? I just got here. Who, me? No, I definitely would not. Oh, Camellia? Please act like I'm not here. I just like to watch people work. What is she doing in here? What a weirdo. There's the commander's tent that we have not been in yet. And I think... Oh, hey. Grandma Gretlin, the director. A well-dressed old dwarf is lecturing the motley company, shaking her ladle at them belligerently. Noticing you, she flips up her hands. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the next door theater company. The one you saved in Knabris? Did I know? I forgot that. Back when you weren't your commanderness yet. Commanderness? As you can see, we've come on the campaign with you. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs, but we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary feats. Okay. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people that played or hordes of demons, and we decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Good. Luckily, we have Master Kemp, or Kem. He's invented a way to solve this problem using sound. The Sound Master. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burned out village. We put the piglets in a box and scared them a little, and the sound they make is just like an approaching demon horde. But the most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor, who will play the great Knight Commander. We had to write Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we just couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have two candidates that are most suited for the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon a stage commander. I'm to be played by a gnome? A Cyclops actor? So really, this is what I'm choosing between, a Cyclops and a gnome? Don't you have any other actors who even vaguely resemble me? Or I don't need a theater like this. What if I order the soldiers to throw you out? I don't want you to be drastic like this. Let's ask them what if we have other actors. We're a small of poorly funded theater and we only have a few actors, but they're all so talented, one of a kind. Chosen the ones that are the best fit for your role. Trust my vision. I have more than a few successful plays under my belt. I am to be played by a gnome or a cyclops. I have to choose. I don't know. I like the gnome. Let's do the gnome. Not a gnome, two gnomes. Rubbledum and Hierophant are twins. One of them sits on the other's shoulder and puts on a long coat so they can play tall characters. They switch places every so often so each gets their moment of fame. And that way they each only have to learn half the script. That's brilliant. Oh, so this is not me choosing apparently. Cyclops? He's completely tame, believe me. He has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. He has no hair. Truth be told, in our show, you mainly just make short, heroic exclamations at the fateful moment, like, onward, or we'll never give up, or my heart burns with courage. Lambkin can definitely handle the script. Alright, I've made my decision. I choose a gnome or the Cyclops, and I'm just gonna say you're the director. It's your choice. Let's do that one. Wonderful. Sorry we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go. You lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old grandma now. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
We do it
Alright. This camp is bigger than I thought. Topaz ring. Does that do anything? No. Scorching. Okay. Was this not a... Nope. I'm probably getting lost at this point. Field medic, been there already. There is the commander's tent that we have not been in. Was there another one? I don't know. It probably doesn't matter.
Follow if you dare.
There's one. No, we've been in that one already. This is the commander's tent right here. No, Terabade. This is mine and Anivia's tent. We're both used to traveling, but the queen insists our tent to be furnished like a commanding officer's. Alright, well, with you being here, I'm gonna raid your place. Which is completely normal. Can't be equipped a sai. What is a sai? Monk weapon. That's cool. Gold. I want to just... She doesn't mind me taking all her stuff. Wow. Okay. Maybe I'm doing it sneakily. I don't know. Alright, here's the commander's tent. Let's go in there. I think this is what's gonna trigger mission and stuff. Potentially. You can also loot her place. Lots of weapons. No shortage of weapons and armor. Oh my. Protection from evil, a couple potions of that. That's gonna be good because it raises your AC by 2. That's pretty good. Got all that. Oh, this is my stash? Like the stuff that we had in... Oh, yeah. Bet you there's the severed heads. Still don't know how we got those, but... Alright. This must be my place right here. Oh, that's right. How I get it. I'm the commander. Wow. For some reason I thought somebody else was. I was curious about if we're able to go back to Knapers. So I'm not sure if we did all the missions there. So I'll figure that out at some point. But let's look at the journal. Banner over the Citadel. This must be the main one, or probably. Make it to Dresden. Two cities. There are miles and miles of lands maimed. We're not in Dresden yet. We're just on our way, I think. Okay. Beginning of a long road. Talk to the army quartermaster. Okay. I think talking is easy. We can do that. Nenio still wants to see the Nameless Ruins. I still don't know what they are or where they are, but there it is. And there's another one. The League of Inspiring Art. Now that the trouble in Knabers is in the past, it's time to visit the camp. Oh, right. There's a group of people I think we ran into in the marketplace that mentioned the camp, so we must have a way of maybe getting there. And now there's crusade quests as well. These might be important. So wipe out the band of cultists. A band of cultists who participated in attack on Knabers is retreating in the direction of Dresden. The first task of the commander's army is to capture and eliminate them so that they cannot warn the demons. Oh, this seems like a timely thing that we should probably do that. Find the lost relic of the Crusaders. According to the Chronicles, one of the Crusades' relics was lost in the lands of the commander's army. It's about to pass through. I probably read that wrong. The power of this artifact would be useful in the march on Dresden. Perhaps it would be wise to spend some time carefully exploring the right bank of the West Selen. Storyteller is certain that the notes he seeks are hidden in the Great Garrison. Did we find notes? Maybe I should talk to the storyteller. Maybe I have them already. And then Irbis, oh, Scabbard, right. Gotta talk to her about that. Let's do that one. She's right here. So. Can't. Not yet. Who's Loiter Hawkblade? And the Queen of... who's Solciel? The Queen? The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Dainik.
No, a cleric, because Darren, I think, is no longer with us, I believe.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Okay.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
Okay.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, would you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
Oh, everybody's leaving. What, why? When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade. I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden. Did you know that the souls of angels... let's just go through all of them, I think. Maybe we can find out more information.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme. And beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Well, I'm deeply honored. I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane, I saw him at the Grey Garrison. He defected to the demon's side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. but you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Okay. Good. It was a tough choice, I understand. Or also good, you punished him with a life of disgrace and humiliation, and that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising. Chaotic, you should have exiled him, let him go wherever you wanted. That way he would have either changed his life for the better or realized he had no one to blame but himself. Lawful, you shouldn't have stayed... What? You shouldn't have stayed the hand of justice. If he died, he wouldn't be betraying you again now. Or evil. I can't believe no one decided to punish him unofficially. Past the past, what matters now is that he's fighting for the other side. I expect we'll meet him in Dresden. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably fine.
The past is given to us to learn from, and to avoid making the same mistakes. But you're right about one thing. I am sure we shall hear more from this twice-turned traitor.
Excuse me, what forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit.
Alright.
These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
I see, I see. It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris.
Okay.
We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
I see, I see. Okay. What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever? Well, that's a good question.
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory. We call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
I see. Okay. I figured Dresden wasn't the last stop. I have no more questions.
Wonderful.
Except I have another question. Did you know that souls of angels from heaven are confined in the ward stones?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canopus, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the wardstone in Canopus, and were able to save this gift of Iomede. It was a deed worthy of a knight commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Alright, so... yeah, I didn't learn much there. You should know I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabras. In a vision I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission.
Special mission?
It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
And what are you gonna do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
I don't know. Sure. I guess we just, yeah, we were gonna go with good here, I think. Because we have the Angel Mythic Path. I don't think we have the Aeon Mythic Path. My queen, I'd ask you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the Crusaders, and the blessing Ione that you carry may be just this decisive in this battle. I mean, does it matter? It's probably not gonna matter. She's gonna do what she's gonna do.
Here, a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
Queen flashes something of a slightly astonished smile. What was that? Why did the screen go black?
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
Oh.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I mean, I hope I don't regret that. The task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Excuse me?
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
Oh, Darren.
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
I have no idea what you just said. Bunch of big words.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
I don't. I have no idea what this means. I can say that's a great idea, lawful, a rather frivolous gesture for a queen. Or I can say, what a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause. Or I have no need for this advisor. I like him. He's a little bit weird, but let's go with chaotic because it feels kind of sarcastic.
I knew you would approve, Commander.
Queen bestows a smile on you, then brings her gaze to rest on Darren once more.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
I mean, the way I'm looking at it, I think Darren hates this. He wants to. At least that's how I've been perceiving him this far.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Count offers a bow, either as a sign of respect or in order to hide his flushed face. Only the barest quaver can be heard in his voice.
Then let's get going. May Iyomade help us.
I failed a mission? What are you talking about? Said I failed a mission. That's too bad. Talk to Soul Seal. Right. Okay, well I think I may have failed a mission there. Not even gonna try finding it, but don't matter. We're here now. So there's a lot of talking. We're about 40 minutes into this app already. But I think we got a few more people to talk to. This is going to be a bit of a talky episode, isn't it? I would love to get a battle combat in. Looking for... I gotta talk to the storyteller, I think, too. Nope. Talk to Loiter, whatever his name is. And Soul Seal. And then maybe the storyteller and Irbeth. So lots of people to talk to, actually. Let's go find Ilor. Do I know you? Don't even know. Land.
I'm gone.
See you, buddy. What's happening now? Ulbrich. What's happening, bud? So you're the war chief now. You're going to lead us to free Sarkoris from those Fae. I felt it the moment I saw you. This one's special, but that you'd go and get yourself a whole army in no time. That I did not expect. Well, how does your newfound power feel? Has it gone to your head yet? We want to fight demons, not Fae. I feel proud, finally, some much-deserved recognition. It's an odd feeling. So many people are counting on me. I can't let them down. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Why do you ask? I'm just going to I'm just gonna go there. Why do you ask? I thought I'd learn what was on my war chief's mind. Going to war is no small thing. If you'd rather not, say I don't have to. You'll show it in action. Well, I didn't come here just to flap my gums. Since I'm going to war and you're in charge, I better do this the right way. Ulbrich lowers his head and says solemnly, my blade and my life are yours, war chief. I mean, it's not like I need a blade. My talents and beak will do the trick, but saying it like this is the done thing. My talents and beak are yours just doesn't seem to have the right same ring to it. There's something else. I can already see things are bad, but the tales of all of Sarkoris burning down and its people dying out, I'm sorry, I don't believe those. It can't be true. We're not the kind of folks to be snuffed out just like that. I have kin in the village not far from here. Gruntlin. Let's go there and talk to them. Have them fill us in. They're smart folks. Perhaps they'll help us in the battle too. Together we'll clean up Sarkoris before you can say around you foul creatures. Ulbrich bumps his fist into his palm with a chuckle of bravado. Alright, I'll go prepare for the road ahead. Take care, war chief. Okay. Sweet. More talking. Wasn't looking for that, honestly.
My way.
John Aldori. Nope, not looking for her. There is some... Maybe there's some talking I'm gonna just be doing. I'm gonna do it. Should I do it off screen? I don't know. I think it'd be good to know what's going on here. Darren, how's it going, buddy? Hey, more loot. Gimme. Soul Seal. We gotta talk to this guy, so.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
You betcha, bud.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
Who are you and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
What are you painting? Eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with a radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
Sorry for your loss. They fulfilled their duty honorably. This is why you have to treasure every moment you spend with the ones you love. Today, you're together, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. Hope you'll last longer than your brethren when the real battle begins. Say nothing. I'll say the chaotic one.
You're right. I took their company for granted and never even imagined that they might just disappear in the blink of an eye. So many words left unspoken. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric, above all else. So I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
Piety. You wanted to discuss something with me, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
It's nice to meet you.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Yeah. No problem. Thanks, bud. Just another quest, because why not? Why not? Hey, more loot. There he is. This is the other guy. This is going to be a very talky episode, just so you guys know. I'd like to go do some combat, but we got to do our due diligence here and cover some of the initial things before we get started. This one I got to read, eh? Commander, let me personally congratulate you on your new title and thank you for your time in advance. I am Hawkblade. I don't know how to say it. Loiter Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomedae, the Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darren Arenday. Be awkward. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the Church of Iomedae in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the Crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I'm calling upon you. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arenday's story. I refer to the tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. Sorry, you're gonna have to remind me again. Tell me what happened. But 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate the Wardstone barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast in celebration of young Darren's birthday. The unknown magical disease they had brought wiped out the whole estate in less than a day. That was not a unique case in itself. Demons had attempted such raids on Medivian lands before, but they had never dared target such a well-protected place. The Arenday family was exceptionally rich. The estate was protected by elite bodyguards. There were several strong and righteous paladins among the guests. Moreover, the revered Nestrin, Darren's tutor, was one of the most powerful priests of Iomedae in the vicinity. All of them died, nonetheless, except for the young Count, who had suddenly manifested this outstanding sacred healing powers. Was that a divine miracle or a curse? That remains to be seen. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes and still remembered it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world wound, and yet in that day it turned into a labyrinth, house of horrors, like something else only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabris for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off when we got into the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the holy warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? You're the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He's unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and a myriad loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led to the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid. The kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Okay, you've already been to the estate several times. What do you expect to find now? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm just yawning now. So much reading. I was a young and inexperienced Inquisitor when I first visited Heaven's Edge 10 years ago. My skills more improved significantly since then, and I have paid dearly for that. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering information about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in the place where the event in question happens. That is why I must return to Heaven's Edge. Why can't you just search the estate yourself without involving me? The estate is abandoned and sealed with powerful containment enchantments that only the Count himself can lift. This is not the main reason, however. The main reason is that Count Arande is not officially under investigation by the Inquisition, so I couldn't just break into his house even if I found a way to bypass the spell. This is a serious matter. A matter that threatens the reputation of the entire Church of Iomedae and my own organization in particular. We made more than enough unforgivable mistakes during the Third Crusade and are still dealing with their consequences. Your presence will give my investigation the necessary legitimacy, Commander, but there is more. In addition to getting official permission, I'd also like to bring an independent third-party investigator to this case. Someone independent, but well-respected. And you fit this role perfectly. Right. I'm going to end up making a judgment call at some point. Okay. Did you question Darren yourself? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena. I don't know. That was all he would tell me. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There's no reason to disbelieve him on the matter. Okay, so you suspect that Darren is hiding something, that he is to blame for the tragedy. I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There's a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that Count Arande wasn't suffering from demonic possession. The most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Hurlerin himself examined the boy right after tragedy, and he didn't sense anything awry with him. Fine, I will help you. What do you need from me? Need me to do? I'm not going to help you. I want to say no, I think. Like, if you really want to investigate this, find a different way. I don't think that's my job. I'm not going to help you. Understandable. I apologize for taking up your time, Commander. And he's gone. Okay. Now, it's possible that I've missed some story arcs and stuff, but, you know, that's just how it is. More gold. We are really finding everything here. This is a very talky episode, so it's definitely on the less exciting side of things. But, yeah, sometimes these things happen and we have to deal with it, so. I'm not going to start another conversation. We have more talking to do, but I think what I'm going to do is, over the next couple episodes, I think I will do, I will mix it up a little bit. Instead of doing a whole episode of talking, we'll do, you know, maybe talk to Irbeth and then go do a mission. And then the next episode we'll talk to the storyteller and do a mission. There's also the leveling up that I still have to do. Probably not going to do that today, but that's okay. I got some, maybe I'll do it off screen. And if anything exciting is going on, I'll fill you in. But honestly, that's probably all we're gonna do for now. So I know this wasn't the most exciting episode, but I appreciate you guys watching anyways. And if you did enjoy this, smash that like button and subscribe if you want to stick around and see more stuff like this. If you haven't subscribed already, there's a lot of you guys that have been subscribing lately. Most of it due to my the EA Sports series, where I play soccer. But yeah, I think there's quite a few new subscribers because of this series as well. So appreciate you guys. You guys take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.